Welcome back to Move with Katey. Today we are going to be doing a balance flow. So we're really going to be focusing on grounding down through our feet, moving around on one leg, and kind of feeling what it feels like to find balance when we're in an awkward position. So we're going to start today by standing in the center of your mat, or maybe you're standing on the top of your mat, but for your sake I'll be facing you. So let's stand in the center of our mat. Inhale. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears, and as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and down and close down the eyes. We'll take a minute just to ground down, lifting the kneecaps so you're actively engaging the quads and squeezing the inner thighs together. Then feeling all four corners of the bottoms of your feet. Maybe lift up the toes so you can really feel the balls of the feet and the heel, and then gently set the toes down. So you're actively engaged. Yes, we're just standing, but we're actively engaged in this posture. Belly button towards spine. Maybe send the fingertips wide and long, palms face forward, energetically reaching towards the earth. And then let's bring a smile to the face. This isn't serious. This is fun. We're here to play. And then as you inhale, relax the fingertips and let's bend the elbows, bringing the palms to touch at heart center and taking a moment to ground down in our intention. As we move, we pay attention. We are aware. And we know that as yogis, our practice extends beyond the mat. So this intention is a way to connect us to the space here, but also beyond. And I'll offer the intention of balance and playfulness, finding a little bit of joy. Let's inhale all together, take a big breath. And then as you exhale, flutter the eyelids open, looking gently down at the ground in front of you. And then sweep the arms low towards the hips. And then inhale, circle them to the sides, up and around. Inhale, palms come to touch. And exhale right away. Let's fold forward, bend the knees deeply, gentle forward fold. Let the chest hang towards the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, figure 7 shape. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms high, palms come to touch overhead. And as you exhale, dive right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold forward. This time as you inhale, sink the hips low, reach the arms out wide and around and up, coming into chair pose. Beautiful job. Send the tailbone long and behind you. Reach the crown of the head forward. Actively engage the core. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Palms come to touch heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around and up. Palms come to touch above the head. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold forward. Let the head hang heavy. Next, inhale, sweep the arms back, send the hips back, bend the knees, and then reach the arms up, high chair pose. Nice work. Inhale here. And then exhale, straighten the legs, palms come to touch heart center. I'm gonna move to the top of my mat now. If you're in the middle of your mat, maybe do the same. And we'll go through a couple sun salutations just to warm up the body. Inhale, sweep the arms up and around. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, and we're going to step back to a high plank. Since it's our first time here, we're going to take a moment just to get oriented. Send the heels back, tuck the tailbone under, broaden the collarbones, reach the heart forward, the crown of the head forward, and then maybe claw into the fingertips so you feel nice and strong in your balance on your hands. And then exhale, let's bend the elbows towards the rib cage and lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Squeeze the elbows together, collarbones are broad, tops of the feet pressed down, glutes actively engaged. And then exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes, and we're going to come up onto the knees or straight up to your high plank. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. As this is our first one, let's take a minute, walk out the dog. Feet as wide as the hips, bend one knee and then the other. And then let's check in with our wrists, make sure we're not sinking all our pressure there, so really bring weight forward into the knuckles of the fingertips. Spiral the triceps towards one another so that your shoulders feel nice and open. And let the head hang nice and heavy. Let's take a couple deep breaths, fill up the lungs. And exhale, maybe sigh it out through the mouth. Let it all go. Next, inhale, let's look forward between the thumbs and tiptoe, step, hop, walk, whatever feels good to the front of your mat, getting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, figure 7 shape. We've been here before. Exhale, fold forward. Sink the hips down, sweep the arms back, chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms high, stay here. Exhale, straighten the legs, palms come to touch. One more time, let's take that a little faster. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, hop, float, whatever you want, back to a high plank. Lower, bending the elbows all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, send it back to your high plank. And then send the hips high, downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. Send the chest back towards the thighs. Reach the tailbone high. Next breath, let's look forward between the thumbs. Step, hop, walk, jump to the front of your mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sink the hips, sweep the arms back, and then reach the arms up high, chair pose. Exhale, palms come to touch. From here, we're going to lift our right leg. So bring weight into the left foot and bring the right knee in towards the chest. And then let's take a few circles with the right ankle. So already we're starting to work on our balance. You might feel a little wobbly, a little wiggly. Whenever you feel that, think about your body having one nice center line. And we're squeezing everything towards it. So lifting up and squeezing towards that center line. And then let's take our hip out to the right. And we're going to reach that foot back and step it back into a high lunge. Maybe your hands are on your hips, maybe they're still in prayer, whatever feels right to you. Inhale, sweep the arms high. And then exhale, make fists with the hands. We're going to bend the elbows and bend the back knee, feeling nice and powerful here. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, power it down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, power it down. One more time. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, power down, and then set that back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, reach the arms forward as if you could really lean over that front foot. And then let's see if we can step the back knee towards us. So we're going to step the back foot towards the front foot. Lean forward, step that front foot forward, come onto the toes. Inhale, lift all the way up, stay on the toes. And then exhale, hands to heart. Woo, you did it. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, bring the weight onto your right foot, lift the left knee high. And let's take some circles here. Nice and fun, circles with the ankles. Just really grounding down and getting balanced. And then let's reach the left knee out to the side, swirl it around behind us, and we're going to step it back, bending the front knee. High lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then make fists. And let's squeeze everything, power down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, feel the power. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Last time. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bend, and let's sink all the way to the back knee. Then inhale, reach the arms high. Then as you exhale, we're gonna send all of our weight forward over that front knee until we're so far forward that we can't help but bring the back knee forward to us, landing in a low squat. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs, come up onto your toes. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Let's see if we can stay on our toes, tippy-toe them even closer together. And then exhale, let's come into a chair pose, but on our toes. So squeeze everything towards that center line. Nice and balanced. Sink the hips down. Sink, sink, sink. You got it. And then exhale, heels down. And then inhale, come to stand. Nice work. Inhale, swift, send the weight onto the left foot. Right knee comes high. We've been here before. Exhale out to the side. And this time, let's keep it lifted. Shifting the heart forward and sending the right foot back. Coming into warrior three. We're gonna stay here for a moment. Pick a spot on the floor. And really stare at that spot. It'll help you find your balance. And then maybe you reach the arms back like airplane wings. Or maybe you begin to reach them forward, reaching the fingertips forward and the toes back, squeezing everything to the center line. You got it. Still breathing. Exhale, bend into the left knee and slowly, gently touch the back toes down. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, power down. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, power. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, power, and set that back leg down. Inhale, reach high. And then exhale, lean it forward. And let's come into that funny little squat at the front of the mat again. 1, 2, 3, lift forward, you got it. Inhale onto your toes. Lift all the way up to stand. Squeeze the thighs together, bring the toes together. Exhale, sit down in your chair pose. You got it, send the hips back. Squeeze belly button towards spine, squeeze heels together, lift chest up. And then exhale, set the heels down. Inhale to stand. Nice work, yogis. Inhale, shift the weight onto the right foot and lift the left knee high. Beautiful job. Squeeze everything to the center line. And then open up the left leg to the side. Sweep it around behind you. Send it nice and long as you send the chest forward. Reach the crown of the head forward. And here we are in warrior three. Breathing deeply, squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Lift the kneecaps to actively engage the quads. And maybe airplane your wings back, sending the fingertips by the hips. Or maybe reaching the arms around forward, coming into a full expression of your warrior three. Actively squeeze the floor, ground down through the feet like we did at the beginning of our practice. You've got it. Nice work. Bending into the front leg and slowly, gently setting the left toes down, meeting in a high lunge. Exhale, squeeze and bend the back leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze and lower, and then touch that back leg down. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Reach, reach, reach. Lean over that front ankle until you can't take it anymore. And you step forward. Feet meet at the top of the mat. Inhale onto the toes. Reaching all the way up to stand. Full extension of the body on the toes. Squeeze the heels towards one another. And then exhale, let's lower into a chair. Keep those heels lifted. Nice and spicy. You got it. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, come to stand. Ooh, let's shake it out. That felt nice and spicy, didn't it? It's so exciting. We'll take a few more postures before we begin to cool down. So inhale, right knee up towards the chest, squeeze everything towards the center line. Exhale, circle the leg back and around. And instead of coming to our warrior three, we'll step it back to a high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, opening up to warrior two. So opening your hips to the long end of the mat, checking on your feet, your back foot is parallel with the direction of the back of the mat, front foot facing forward. Really broaden through the collarbones here. Maybe even take a minute, lift your palms up to the sky so you feel that opening in the chest, and then keep that opening but flip the palms back over. And then send the fingertips long as if you're playing tug of war with two little kids who are just pulling you in each direction. And then look over that front hand. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, reach the left hand forward until it sweeps down by the toes and reach the right arm high, coming into triangle. While we have both feet on the ground here, this is such a balanced posture. As you're reaching one foot back, the other forward, one hand up, the other down. We're moving in all planes of direction here. You may be feeling a big side stretch. That's awesome. You may be feeling a little shaky. That's normal. We're finding balance by moving on all planes of movement. Then as you exhale, bring your right hand down towards your left, and we're going to plant both hands on the inside of the left foot, bend into the left knee. Now we've met in a lizard pose. So feel free here to drop your knee to the mat if you're feeling like you're needing that and you're wanting that. If not, you can keep it lifted. And wherever we are, we're going to work towards our forearms. So work your forearms towards the floor. Actively engage the core so the belly button pulls towards the spine. And that left knee is reaching towards the left shoulder. So everything is squeezing in towards that center line. And then because we're working on balance, we're going to get really playful here. So again, if you feel that your knee wants to come to the earth, please put it there. Listen to your body. But if you're ready, what we're going to do is we're going to put our weight into our forearms and our back leg. And we're going to see if we can lift that left foot all the way up and around and come into a forearm plank. Ooh, that was some balancing. Nice work. And then we're going to see if we can reverse that. So lift the left toes off the earth, bend the left knee in towards the chest, and let's reach it forward, back into our lizard. So good and funky. Then let's set that back knee down if it's not already there. Come up onto the palms. And we're just going to take a nice little stretch here. So send your left hip high and rotate onto the outer edge of your left foot so that you can open up through the hip. Maybe taking your left hand to the knee, just opening up through the hip here. Taking some deep breaths. And then inhale, let's look forward, come back onto the bottom of the left foot. And walk the left foot out as wide as the mat. Place both hands on the floor. And we're going to step this back foot up to meet in Malasana, or yogi squat, at the front of our mat. Okay, so inhale, lift that back knee up. And then as you exhale, hop it forward to the front of the mat, coming into yogi squat. Maybe take a minute here to find your balance, find the space, maybe even take some little rotations. It feels so good. Maybe interlace your fingers and roll out the wrists. They did some juicy work there. And then we're going to lift the hips, fold forward, and wiggle the toes back in towards center. I'm going to move to the other side of the mat, but you don't need to move. I'm just going to move so I can face you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms rise, chest rises, come to stand, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment remembering your intention. And then let's shift our weight into our right foot. And inhale, lift the left foot. Squeeze the left knee in towards chest. And then we're going to circle it around and back, coming back into that high lunge. Inhale, arms high. And exhale, opening to warrior two. Beautiful. In our warrior two, reaching the fingertips long, making sure the hip is rotating outwards, giving you a nice open hip rotation, a nice strength here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, let's straighten the front leg. And then exhale, reach the right hand forward, and then reach the right hand down, coming into triangle, reaching the left hand up towards the ceiling, broad through the collarbones, open in the chest. Those bottom fingertips aren't taking any weight. They're just hanging loosey-goosey wherever they meet. Maybe that's the shin, maybe it's the foot, maybe the floor. Take your time, find your space. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, the left fingertips come towards the floor and both hands plant inside the right foot. Wiggle the right foot over, bend into the knee, and we'll come into that lizard prep. So here we are in a low lunge, fingertips facing forward on the inside of the right knee hugging in towards right shoulder. And then if it felt good before, let's lower slowly and gently onto the forearms. Actively engage the core, lowering the elbows to the earth. Collarbones stay broad. Maybe relax the forehead. This posture can bring up a lot of tension. That's okay. We're just practicing finding balance in comfortable and uncomfortable positions. Training the body that it can do anything, truly. And then pressing your weight into your forearms, let's see if we can lift the right toes off the floor and send them back to a forearm plank. Wiggle them around until we meet there. However you get there is fine. It doesn't have to look pretty. It's just practice. And then let's see if we can lift the right toes off the earth. Bring the knee in towards the armpit. And then lift it back up to that lizard pose, bending into the knee. And then come back up onto the palms. Straighten the arms. Drop the back leg. We'll walk the toes, the right foot out a little to the side, and then come onto the outside edge of the right foot, letting the hip drop, the knee drop out to the side. And maybe take your right hand and just gently open it. Spiraling the heart towards the sky. Taking a few deep breaths. And then with your next exhale, bringing the palms back to center, bringing the foot back to the bottom of the foot, coming off the edge of your foot. And again, walking it as wide as the mat and bringing the hands so that they're centered on the mat. And then we're going to lift the back knee off the ground and we're going to jump this left leg forward into Malasana, yogi squat. So inhale, as you exhale, jump that foot forward and sink the hips low. Again, maybe bring the back of the palms together, just letting the wrists be soft and relaxed. Maybe swaying gently side to side, if that feels good. And then with your next inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, lift the hips high, fold forward. Knees can be bent or straight, whatever feels good. And we'll just take a gentle sway here, beginning to cool down our practice. And then let's walk the feet, shimmy the feet back in so that big toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, let's reach the arms up high overhead, palms come to touch heart center. And exhale, palms back to the chest. Then let's inhale up onto the toes. And we're going to send the arms forward, nice counterbalance. And then exhale, bending into the knees and sinking the hips low. We're going to slowly lower all the way to a seated position. So take your time, however feels good. And whenever you feel ready, just rocking back to a seat. Here we are in our seated position. Great job, team. Let's scoot back a little, get to the center of the mat. We have a few more balancing postures that we'll take not on our feet today. So inhale, lift the chest, and send the arms forward. Then we're going to lift one leg, bringing the shin parallel with the earth. And then lift the other leg, shin parallel with the earth. And here we are balancing on our tailbones. Lift the chest, collarbones broad. Maybe smile. And then exhale, lower, coming into a hollow back shape. Low back meets the floor, but toes and chest stay lifted. Inhale, lift back to your V. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Lower. Lift. 3 more. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. And last time, lower. And let's hold for 5. Squeeze the heels together for 4. Squeeze the thighs together for 3. Smile for 2. For 1. And exhale, lower everything to the floor. Nice work, team. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet towards the glutes so that the knees are pointing up and the heels are close to the hips. And we'll take a couple of bridge postures here. In bridge, you want to make sure your neck is really relaxed and neutral. So maybe just shake your head a few times to the side. Make sure your neck is super relaxed. And then let the nose just face straight up towards the ceiling. And we'll take a big inhale. And as you exhale, let's lift the hips and the chest at the same time. So exhale, lifting hips, lifting chest. Chest reaches towards the chin, hips reach towards the ceiling, knees squeeze towards one another, big toes grab the floor. And then maybe you interlace the fingers and walk the shoulders underneath the back body, lifting the hips and the chest a little higher. Maybe not. Follow your body. Listen to what you need today. Breathing. And then at your next exhale, if your fingers are interlaced, unlace them, roll the shoulders out, and slowly, gently, one vertebrae at a time, roll down to the back body. Now we'll take that one more time. So prepare yourself, squeeze the knees towards one another. And then inhale, lift the hips, lift the chest. And maybe interlace the fingers and walk the shoulders underneath the back body. Now feel free to stay here, but if you're interested in playing with some balance, let's shift our weight onto our left foot and pull the right knee in towards the chest. And then straighten the right leg, point the toes towards the sky. Exhale, keep the leg straight, lower, lower, and then bring your right foot back to the earth. Nice job. Inhale, shift the weight to the right foot, and exhale, bring the left knee in towards chest. Then point straight into the leg, and then exhale, keep it straight, lower, 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 then bend the left knee, meet again in bridge pose. Unlace the fingers, shrug the shoulders away from the back body, and slowly, gently roll down to the back. Now bring the knees in towards the chest. Grab hold of the knees and gently rock side to side. Let's release all the tension that we are holding from that exciting balancing bridge. And then find center, send the left leg long. And grab hold of the right knee with the left hand. And let's cross it over the body, coming into a gentle reclined twist. using the left leg to give you some torque to bring the right knee closer to the earth. And then let's shimmy our shoulders so that they lay flat on the earth. Send the right arm long. And let's look over that right arm. Reclined twist. Breathing deeply here. Really using every inhale to lengthen and every exhale to deepen the twist. Next, inhale, bring the head and neck back towards center, looking up towards the ceiling. And then bring the right knee into the chest, coming back to center. Bring the left knee up to meet it, and gently rock back and forth, massaging the lower back. And then send the right leg long down the mat. Use the right hand to gently guide the left knee over to the right side of the body. Send the left arm long like a T, and look over that left arm. Reclined twist. Taking a moment to wiggle around so that the shoulders come flat against the earth, or as flat as feels possible. Maximizing the twist. Wringing out the spine. Maybe beginning to close down the eyes. And reflect on the benefits of this practice and the benefits of bringing balance into your life. Next, inhale, look back up towards the ceiling, neutral in the neck. And then bring both knees back into chest. And this time, wrap your arms around your shins, lift your forehead to the knees, give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. Everything squeezes so tight, every muscle is active. Inhale, and then as you exhale, let everything go. Feet as wide as the mat, palms face up, eyes closed down, coming into Shavasana. Deepening the breath. Relaxing the muscles in the face, the shoulders, the hips. Letting gravity really pull you into your mat, into the earth below you. Letting the body go completely soft. This is balance. In our practice, we were sweaty and moving and excited and energetic. And here we are at rest, finding peace and stillness. And both pieces of the practice are equally important to living a life that feels fulfilled, complete, and balanced. Take time for both things in your day, both to be energetic and to be at rest. For they are equally important. invite you to remain here as long as feels good or as long as you have time for. But if you are ready to leave your mat, let's begin by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe making circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then inhaling, reaching the arms up high. Maybe interlace the fingers and send the palms of the hands towards the front of your mat. And send the toes long, really full body stretch here. And then as you exhale, rolling onto one side, bringing the knees in towards chest, cradling the head and the elbows. Taking a little rest before gently pressing yourself back up to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Folding the legs under you, rooting the tailbone down, sending the crown of the head tall, strong spine, soft belly. Maybe bringing the hands to heart center and once again remembering your intention, ready to bring that intention with you beyond your mat into the rest of your day. The highest and brightest in me bows to the highest and brightest in you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thanks, friends. It's been a pleasure flowing with you today, and I hope to see you again here soon. Have a great day.